All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Saiki K, Season 1, Episode 24. The final episode of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
After this.
And they're going to have to give some kind of like dramatic finale in some ways because, I mean, of course they will, but like also, this is a long form, kind of just episodic comedy show. So maybe the finale won't be special in any like specific way. It'll just be another classic Saiki K episode.
It'll be like a very important romantic development with Teruhashi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something crazy is developed with Nendo's father, and he makes contact in a special way with Nendo, awakening his own psychic abilities.
But this episode, regardless, does mark a very tragic turning point. This is the last episode we'll be able to rewatch in the dub, because apparently the dub doesn't exist past season 1.
C'est la vie.
Okay.
Pouring out. Pouring coffee jelly out.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone. Now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Judgment lights up.
That was really sweet.
Saiki K's birthday. And it wasn't even his birthday, so we could have that again in season 2, theoretically.
Exactly, and have it be his actual birthday.
Maybe.
But you know what?
But this is good for now, too.
It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that fucking counts. And while we didn't get everybody, we got the core group. Which is nice to see that, yes, Chio is actually a part of the core group. The Chio jokes were just unreal.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The fact that it's like, yes, her character is kind of lacking a little bit of depth and contradictions, so we're going to round her out. Holy shit. But then also the fact that it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, she actually does get to have some focus, but even when she does, there's constantly parts of her being like cut out of the screen and stuff like that. But the council of Kaido, basically, with the throne and everything. And encouraging her to soldier onward.
To the point that it works very well. She gets the hardest, most chiseled abs on the planet.
Hell yeah.
And then, as soon as she sees Kaido again, and she's like, I'm going to tell him how I feel, she just instinctively gets down on her hands and knees and is like, I will do whatever you say, master.
Chio. Girl.
Okay.
I need to drop some truth on you.
Yeah.
You have a lot going for you, but you need to believe in yourself, girl.
No, see, it's the well, if the character needs to be rounded out, just make her thirstier. There you go. And then suddenly, the character is fixed.
Don't you know she went on an arc this episode?
Yeah.
Row, fight the power.
That's right.
Touch the untouchable, thirst the unthirstable.
I do like the idea of Chio and Kaido as like a potential couple in this situation where, of course, none of the couples will actually end up together. Right, because they're children and stuff.
Other than Nendo and scaring the shit out of Saiki,
Yeah,
because holy shit. He almost noticed the powers basically. Like that was a big deal. I don't know if he could have
put two and two together.
Well, no, if he could have rewound this properly.
Well, see, what I was kind of expecting to happen before the mirror shenanigans got brought up, which great, is Nendo specifically. He's dumb enough to believe things, but 2, his experience might have been made immune to that specific kind of kerfuffle.
Yes. Because
his experience with relatives and them looking shockingly similar has never been an issue for him.
Yes.
So
that's also true.
So I was fully expecting.
That was Saiki K's dad.
Yeah, it's like right, of course. I mean, they look completely different. I don't know. I don't see what the problem
older
is.
brother.
Yeah.
The one you saw on the street, that was just an older brother.
That's right.
You haven't ever met before.
Yep, it's just, but no, there's a mirror there. Okay, sure. Yep.
God, that was perfect.
But even Saiki's dad came in clutch and was like, "Hey, son,
buddy,
they're here for you.
You might upset them, sure, but I think it'll be worth it." I really liked how this episode flip the script a couple times to make things wholesome and sweet. And even though Saiki, of course, knows all about this surprise birthday party, and he, of course, would see it as a form of like well-intentioned bullying because he's like, oh God, I'm going to have them all invade my space and do this for me. And I have to act surprised, and there's no way I can make that be actually genuine. So I'm going to need to use my dad in this regard. But
and I love the fact that he used the dad. Like, that felt like something that was very much a predictable in a good way kind of Saiki solution to the situation, you know? Of like, oh, okay, since it's my dad's birthday, he is absolutely the kind of person that wouldn't bat an eye right away at the fact that there are a bunch of kids here to wish him happy birthday.
Right, because they could be like, oh, they're friends of Saiki's, so they come over here to be like, oh, we're going to hang out with Saiki, but also
happy birthday,
you know?
Yeah. Yep. And Saiki even goes so far as to repair the cake because, you know, even if it is basically a decapitated head, they still care about it.
They put their heart and soul into that shit. Yep. You look at the other things and it's like, okay, those are cute, especially the letter from Kaido. That was sweet. But the amount of work that was put into that cake, wow.
Like with the video letter, I was kind of like, well, okay, he might just wreck that and be like, no, I don't know those people or care about them, so they don't care about me, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But, you know, his friends worked really hard on making that happen. Yeah. I am a bit surprised that there was no mention of coffee jelly at any point.
I think they just don't know that because they don't know him that well.
Well, it could be that they don't know him that well.
Mira should know.
That's possible. I feel like Mira should know.
She would have eaten it before they gifted it. That's the problem.
Well, but in another way, I'm glad they didn't, because while it would have made sense for it to be something that, yes, if they know Saiki, they know that he loves coffee jelly, and so that's maybe a gift or something.
Okay.
Then it's something where it's not as much of a character growth for Saiki because he loves coffee jelly.
So he's motivated to make it happen then.
Exactly. Whereas in this case, he does love these people, but it's coming to terms with that himself and finding his own balance with how he interacts with them, right? So that he can actually enjoy it and things. And we got that here.
We did. And that's a good setup for the future of just this story is that will Saiki end up appreciating the friends over the course of time with actual meaningful progression? Possibly. And
coffee jelly or no.
Could mean that. Yeah, coffee jelly or no.
Yep. But we also had a wonderful bit with Mr. Chouno.
Yes.
And I gotta say, that was actually legitimately, like, pretty cool.
His act was actually decent.
Yeah, like, yes, add some comedy in there. Oh, yeah, you saw people laughing at you. Oh, is there a way we could spin this and make it work?
Sure.
Hey, you did. Good job. Saiki comes along and uses his powers, and you promptly forget all about what you had that was a good thing going.
Yep,
but
unfortunately.
You know, yeah, and it was fun to see Saiki be able to use his powers in a situation where people are just going to assume that it's some kind of magic trick.
Right.
You know, especially since he's doing the same kind of things that, you know, his apprentice did as phony magic tricks. So, okay, there you go. That's always fun, but yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very nice rounded out episode.
Yeah, very nice rounded out episode.
That pun was not intentional, even though
I very much liked the way in which it was handled because it was a way to have Chio have this epic moment of where she works through it all and goes through it, and while she is getting tortured in her mind by the scoldings of Kaido, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and Kaido's
the Nendo anthropomorphized of sorts like
yes.
Like negative things of like
temptation,
nutritional
and all that,
stuff. Yeah, temptation. One was cholesterol, and others were like other things. And it's like, yes, they're Nendos that are like, we're gonna get you.
I find it interesting that, like, okay, Saiki being terrified of Nendo makes sense. I understand why that happens. It's very straightforward. For everyone else, though,
everybody else,
I'm like, okay, Nendo's a bit of an odd duck for sure.
Yes,
you know, clearly. But all things considered,
he's just kind of a dorky guy.
Yeah, like in this world that we're in, it's not that out there.
No, he seems pretty normal. If anything, like the thing that's great about Nendo is he doesn't really have that jump scare attribute to him that he does to Saiki because he can't read his mind. But for everybody else, he just seems like the guy that's like, oh, yeah, hello, I am the guy here. It's nice to see you. Have you guys seen Saiki, my buddy, around anywhere? And it's like, no, he just seems like a guy.
Yep.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, being scared of him might just be also the thing of where she's inputting in her mind someone that she sees as the opposite of Kaido, maybe.
Wait, Nendo and Kaido are opposites? I wouldn't
In some
have,
ways, no. In some ways, think about it.
No, I'm totally with you, 100%.
If Kaido is the Chuni, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like the
all in his own
13-year-old.
headspace.
Yeah, all in his own headspace, very much overcomplicating things.
Yep.
And in some ways, acting like a child. Nendo is the one who is actually looks like he's an adult just walking around in high school.
This is true.
Simplifies things so much and doesn't really take himself that seriously.
Nope.
He's just like,
Nope.
Oi.
Oh,
ramen. Yeah, ramen. Oh, okay.
I love the bit when they
Oh.
were all like saying the things of like, hey, come do this or whatever, Saiki, let's play dodgeball in the 10 minutes between classes, Nendo's just like, hey.
Oh, hey, hey.
Saiki's like, it's egregious bullying,
Just showing up with no reason at all.
Right.
I love that they use that as a way to showcase all the people that we've met thus far.
Mm-hmm.
And also having it be a way to throw in some little gags of like, wait, who even are you? And
Right.
wait,
You were in
teacher's
the early
practically
parts
a
of the
new
manga.
character, to the point where just showing her with makeup and lipstick on, it's like, oh, no one's going to recognize her now because...
Exactly. I also really appreciated the distinctions that were made of who ended up being at the birthday party and who wasn't.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of characters in this show.
Yes.
And, they're wonderful and everything.
Right.
Well, most of them. The Terahashi's brother being a prime exception to that. But it's great to see actually who has connection with Saiki.
Right.
Right? Because, yes, Aren, he might have been a more recent addition and things like that and very prickly, but he is connected to Saiki.
Yeah.
Money guy from last episode?
Nope. He wouldn't be here.
Saiki's brother? Nope, not there. Certainly not Terahashi's brother.
Reita as well? Toritsuka? Nope. Also not here.
Right, exactly. And he's been in for a while.
He's been in for a very long time.
It would not make sense for him to actually be at Saiki's birthday.
Right. So it was very cool seeing the people that were there actually be his friends and be like, okay, we're going to make this happen. We're going to get together as a team and we're going to do this.
Right.
And it was cool seeing all their personalities bounce off that. So, hey, if they're going to do milestone little moments and stuff like this where it'll be more of like a memory that people will not necessarily progress character-wise through, but actually like think back on as like, oh, that was a really cool moment. Like the way that Kaido thought back to the, 6 months ago when we started the show,
Right. Well, and also, 6 months, because, But also just the idea that this is a fun way to, in maybe a meta way, stall out the timeline of the show where, no, we have a birthday episode, but it's not actually Saiki's birthday. So you don't need to worry about the fact that we can only do 3 of these or whatever before the high school arc has to end and then they go to college or something,
true,
right?
That's true.
No, because this isn't what that was. We could do this theoretically multiple times. We could have all kinds of different birthday arcs, right?
In fact, we could do this at least 6 times.
Yep, exactly, because now they'll canonically think that this is Saiki's birthday. And then there might be something where then Saiki's like, okay, but this is my actual birthday, and I do want to do something with those idiots,
And then they'll be like, but this is the anniversary of that fun little moment where we celebrated your birthday, so let's just do another one here. Why
Exactly,
not? Yeah.
right, double prizes. There you
Teruhashi
go,
can be
boom.
like, I am the leader of this thing. We will absolutely celebrate Saiki twice a year, and I will not hear any ifs, ands, or buts about it. And everyone's like, as you wish, absolutely.
Right, yep, And so it's just, awesome, great.
Cute stuff, good stuff. Looking forward to the next OP and ED as well that we're going to get in the first episode of season 2.
I am going to miss this OP and ED pair, though.
Yeah, this OP specifically is one that
it just nailed that
speaks to me.
Saiki K energy so well.
Yeah, and it's really special, I think, because of how different it was from the first OP. The first OP is one that I don't really think back on with much fondness. It was just there.
Yeah,
Whereas
it had the
ED,
Nendo
whereas the
neck
ED
turn.
of the first ED, I really, really loved, and then this ED as well was pretty good. The second season, I think, can go nuts to butts, balls to the walls, and crank it up even more from where this one was. And I would love to have that like manic, chaotic energy just unleashed in music form. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.